Some aggrieved teachers across the country have given the Ghana National Association of Teachers NAT a one-week ultimatum to address their promotional examination challenges accord them due ranks. Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia launches a new single digital payment platform, Ghana.gov, set to transform how application and payment for all government services via online is done. And in South Africa, we look at violence following imprisonment of former South African president assumes racist turn as death toll rises to 72. We'll bring you the latest on the violence from South Africa. Welcome once again to News Flash at 11. Now, the Accra Command of the Ghana Police Service is on a manhunt for a 23-year-old woman for allegedly smuggling a weapon into the cantonment police station. According to the police, the suspect concealed the weapon in packs of food meant for a robbery suspect on remand. The command's police public relations officer shares more insight with Metro News.
On the 11th of July, a lady of about 23 years visited the charge office of the Cantonment Police Station to visit an inmate who was on remand for robbery at the cells. She came along with 2 packs of papaya packaged fast food. And during the inspection of the food, she had hidden a locally manufactured pistol with 1 cartridge. The lady at the time of the search or the inspection was carrying a baby, and so she pretended as if she was giving help to the child, only for her to escape from the charge office. Luckily, the police have been able to retrieve CCTV footages from the charge office, and so the police is on a manhunt for this lady to answer questions as to why she hid a locally manufactured pistol and a cartridge in the food to be served on the inmate.
Now we'll bring you some more details as we follow up on the story, and we'll bring you some details of what is going on. Now, the AGGRIEVED MC, that's a municipal chief executive of the AGGRIEVED Secretary Dumase Assembly in the Ashanti region, Mohammed Salisu Bamba, has withdrawn his application for reappointment to the position. Now, this was contained in a letter addressed to the MMDCE's vetting committee. Now, the AGGRIEVED Secretary Dumase did not state in his letter whether his action is specifically linked to the disturbances that ensued in the municipality 2 weeks ago, which led to 2 deaths and injuries of 4 others. He, however, said he took the decision for peace of the municipality and the general growth of the new patriotic party. Mohammed Salisu Bamba also thanked His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for appointing him to the position in his first term, and also thanked the people of AGGRIEVED Secretary Dumase for voting him as an MP in a 6th Parliament. Some aggrieved teachers across the country have given the Ghana National Association of Teachers NAT a one-week ultimatum to address their promotional examination challenges to accord them the ranks due them. The teachers protested at the premises of the Ghana Education Service, the Ministry of Education, and the Ghana National Association of Teachers to drum home their demand.
We are having a backbone, which is our unions. So we decided to come and report to them that this is what is going on. Please fight for us. We cannot fight on our own. That is the reason why we appoint you people and we contribute money and we pay to you every month. That's when issues like this arise, you can fight for us. So we were so happy when we heard the first time that NAT has given them 48 hours to resolve the issue. The 48 hours is still in progress. It is not yet 48 hours. I was surprised my own union is quiet. Till now, Nat is sleeping. Nat is eating and sleeping. The question is, if I am their daughter or I am their wife, will they allow me to be going through this? Do you know where I am coming from all the way to this place today? My children are in the classroom right now. I have to be there and teach, but I took it upon myself to come here to come and fight for myself. So what do I need a union for? Do I need a union? No. Can't a teacher be there without a union? Is there no money box in the various markets? We can buy money box and put our money inside. Than to be contributing for them to be living in this Lazarus place. We are in the class, we are in the now they can't fight for us. Not why. We want to know not why. Were you not in the class? Haven't you been in the classroom before? Is it a crime to be a teacher? Not why. If you can't do the work, step down. If you can't do your work, step down. If you don't know your work, step down. So that we will go and do the work on our own behalf. So that when situations like this arise, we will fight for ourselves just like we are doing. We are tired of you, Nats. Thank you.
Passionate submission by a consent.
Well, officials of NAT may want to respond to that. We'll follow up and bring the details as well. Now, President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo has commissioned the Tumu Business Resource Center to provide strategic support for the domestic private sector operating in Sisala East. This brings to the total number of businesses resource centers established across the country to 67. Now, President urged the people of the area to make good use of the facility to enhance the development of the local economy of the Sisala East district.
The business resource centers are being set up to respond to the emerging opportunities under the government's One District, One Factory initiative. The purpose is to support small and medium-scale enterprises operating in the district to access financial support and credit, market, as well as business counseling and advisory services. They are being financed by the African Development Bank and International Fund for Agricultural Development, with the National Board for Small-Scale Industries and Gratis Foundation as the two implementing agencies. While in Tumu, President Akufo-Addo commissioned the center to provide support to the domestic private sector operating at the Sisala East district level. He also interacted with the chiefs and people of the area.
In the agricultural sector, the Planting for Food and Jobs program, the Planting for Export and Rural Development program, the Rearing for Food and Jobs, and the fertilizer subsidy are very visible programs in the municipality, and our farmers are benefiting from them.
I'm grateful that there has been progress in several sectors, but that there are still outstanding problems of great concern to you. The main road linking the various areas of the Sisala community. In our first term, we were able to put asphalt on 1,200 kilometers of roads in Ghana. This second term, the program of the Ministry of Roads and Highways is to increase the amount to 1,500 kilometers. My expectation is that it will include the main road here that you have referred to.
The president expressed his gratitude to the chiefs and people of Tumu and urged them to offer the support to ensure that the Business Resource Center is able to provide the necessary assistance to the private sector to enhance the development of the local economy of the Sisala East district and surrounding communities.
This is News Flash at 11 on Metro TV. We go for a quick break. We'll be back shortly.
you Africa's creme de la creme's classiest hangouts, award shows, end-of-year parties, wedding, graduations, birthdays, fashion or corporate events. Metro Social has got you covered. We present Pizzazz with Je ne sais quoi. Give us a call and we will be there.
Whilst at that, join us on Metro Social every Friday at 9:30 p.m. and a repeat on Saturdays and Sundays at 8:30 p.m. on Metro TV.
Welcome back to News Flash at 11 on Metro. Now let's do some other stories. The National Women's Organizer of the National Democratic Congress, Hannah Louisa Bisu, has mentioned that the rejection and refunding of the allowances received by the First and Second Ladies is a step in the right direction. She also commended the citizenry for expressing their displeasure in the act. She was speaking to Metro News' Shadrach Odamiejare.
Well, I think that it's gone in the right direction. When I heard it, the first thing I said was that, well, it means that after all the PDS and after all the whatever monies that have gone into private pockets, they can't simply take care of their wives. And for that matter, we have to take care of them. So I'll say that the credit goes to the Ghanaians who spoke out, and that's the reason why they have come out to say, you know, they are going to refund it and they are rejecting it. They are not rejecting it because it's in their pure conscience, but they are rejecting it because there's a lot of national pressure against it. That's why they say they don't want it. It's not because, you know, it came out and they said no. If it was, it wouldn't have come out at all. But you realize that the presidency was pushing for it to be, you know, normalized so that we would take care of their wives. Mr. President, with the greatest respect, I mean, you should set a good example for the young men. You should take care of your wife. And the vice president should take care of his wife. That's your responsibility as a husband. And I'm not a lawyer, but the little I know in the Constitution, I don't know where they mention them, that they should be given monies. And any monies that you give to, you pay in this country, that is not backed by law. It's illegal.
Let's still stay a little longer with the NDC. And the Opposition National Democratic Congress, NDC, is demanding that the Chief Justice, Kwesi Enin-Yeboah, steps aside temporarily as various institutions prepare to commence investigations into bribery allegations leveled against him. Now, the Chief Justice has petitioned SHRAJ, Police CID, and the General Legal Counsel to investigate a $5 million bribe allegation against him. Now, speaking at the press briefing, the General Secretary of the NDC said that CJ could influence the investigations and hence the need to step aside.
Speaking at the press conference, General Secretary of the NDC, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, argued that this will allow for a fair investigation to be conducted into allegations of misconduct leveled against the Chief Justice.
The person who is the disciplinarian cannot be disciplining himself. So if we want to go according to the Judicial Services Act, then the person who is the subject of the allegation must step aside so that other officials will take over during the pendency of the investigation. And if he is cleared, he returns back to post. If otherwise, then it will all come out of the investigation. As I have said, the Chief Justice cannot be a judge in his own cause, hence cannot set up a committee to investigate allegations of misconduct against himself.
His call is born out of the belief that the Judicial Services investigation into the alleged misconduct might be compromised, hence the NDC's call for a public inquiry into the bribery allegation, saying it is the best approach to establishing the truth.
At the route of the president triggering some commission to look at it. If we don't feel persuaded, there is a third route we can investigate, and that is the Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice, which has an enviable reputation of looking into similar cases of alleged corruption against highly placed state and government officials, will be better placed to conduct such an inquiry. At least when you take the records of CID and CHRAG, as far as high-profile cases like this are concerned, we believe that CHRAG has performed better.
The Chief Justice has denied allegations of bribery leveled against him and petitioned the Director General of the Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police Service to investigate the matter. Shadrach Odame Ejare, Metro News, Accra.
The President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has rendered an unqualified apology to the people of Wa following the recent military brutality on the residents. Now, the President pledged his commitment to ensure that the victims are fully treated. His Excellency also made these comments at the Wa's Palace as part of his two-day working visit to the Upper West region.
The military leaders have been here and they promised you that they would deal with those who were responsible. The Minister of Defense also came here in the company of the Minister of Interior to render the apologies of government and to indicate that the government would also be responsible for the medical bills of those who were injured in the exercise. And I'm happy that both commitments that had been made have been respected. I'm happy to read in the newspapers that you yourself had come out to recognize that the promises that had been made had been kept, and that now we should put that incident behind us and go forward on a good note.
Let's go across the borders of the country, and the acting chief reporter of the Daily News and Insight Factor in South Africa, Thabo Mwakakwa, has indicated that the President of South Africa must give Jacob Zuma a chance to defend himself in court against allegations leveled against him, calling on the President to also apologize to South African people for downplaying the matter. He said in this only to stop the violent protests currently growing in the country. He made this known in an interview with Bright Ameni on World Today.
People are losing their lives. We've got soldiers in the streets in about 2 provinces, Gauteng as well as KwaZulu-Natal. And of course, we're also running out of, food, water. Water we still have, like just a few other essentials. So it is true, the situation is so bad. The looting continues in many parts of these 2 provinces, but we are now seeming to be getting a little bit better, although we still have this protest spreading into other countries. Well, I think the only way to curb it is for the President, firstly to apologize for the ethnic remarks, because when this whole thing started, instead of focusing on the problem, he tried spinning it and making it look like it was just a group mobilization of some ethnic group, culture people. And then he really sort of angered a lot of people, because he knows very well that people are speaking about the Constitution. There's an issue of someone's rights, like the former President Zuma, who has been arrested to 15 months imprisonment. Like his right, he was denied trial, and that's what they're saying. Give this man his fair chance to actually have a day in court. Give this man a fair chance to speak in court. Give him an opportunity, like every other South African, to actually go there and answer, as to what he did during his time as president. But now, in Zuma's case, they just put him and throw him in jail without giving him that opportunity, even when he appealed, to say, look, I am not saying that I will not appear in court or I will not go to this on the commission. All I want is just for you guys to allow me an opportunity to go to court, as, of course, it is enshrined in the Constitution of South Africa. But, our government decided otherwise.
Well, meanwhile, the African Union Commission has, in a statement, condemned the violence in South Africa that has left 72 people dead. The statement said the army has been deployed to combat the violence and thousands have been arrested. The chairperson of the African Union also called for an urgent restoration of order, peace and stability in the country in full respect of the rule of law. The statement further indicated failure to resolve the crisis will have grave impact in the country and the region. You're still watching NEWSFLASH at 11 on Metro TV. We'll still take another break.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah.
Always drink fresh, natural, X, mineral, water.
Still got it. Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Now, Ghana is still pushing for digitization, and the Vice President is leading this progress. And currently, as we speak, the Ghana.gov platform, that's also one business platform, led by the Vice President, is ongoing, and His Excellency has already started delivering a speech under the program. So let's go for the details of what he's carrying.
In the vision of the Ghana Beyond Aid agenda set forth by His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, whose vision is brought about everything that we are seeing in this digitalization space. Ladies and gentlemen, the interaction of citizens with government has historically been a frustrating experience for most of our population. The bureaucracy is daunting and has resulted in a culture of paying bribes and engaging middlemen known as Goro boys to obtain basic services such as passports and driver's licenses. There is also the problem of people having to travel to Accra or other regional capitals to apply for many government services. And then there is the problem of the leakages of government revenue as cash payments find themselves in people's pockets rather than government accounts. Ghana.gov is the payments and revenue collection platform that provides a single point of access to all services of ministries, departments, and agencies of the government. The platform is available to all citizens, residents and non-residents of Ghana, and can be accessed online at www.ghana.gov.gh or by dialing a short code *222# *222# on any mobile phone, whether it's a smartphone or a YAM phone. While Ghana.gov is not a government's first attempt at digitizing the provision and delivery of all government services on a single platform, In fact, as the Minister for Communications and Digitalization made clear, this process had started before. There was an attempt by the previous government to do this. But the approach we have adopted this time is a novel one. Coming into office, we knew from the beginning that certain key pillars had to be in place before a single platform for effective delivery of government services can be implemented. The key pillars include a unique national identity for citizens and residents. Government must know who it is dealing with on the single platform, and must know that the person is who they say they are. The implementation of the Ghana card, the national ID card, has solved this problem. The residential address, secondly, a residential or office address of citizens or businesses must also be known when you interact with this platform. The National Digital Property Addressing System was therefore implemented to solve this problem. And today, for example, we have 7.5 million unique addresses of properties, and the address plates are being affixed on properties across the countries, even in the villages where mud huts will also have their address plates fixed. So we have a database of properties across the country. Thirdly, there must also be financial inclusion to allow all citizens and residents the ability to make and receive payments into or from a government bank account. Even if they...
We will tell you more about this Ghana.gov platform launched by the Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia. And that's what we have for you for News Flash here at 11, back at 12 for News Speed. My name is Ania Fampo. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again at 12.
Metro TV, insightful and inspiring moments.